Hello guys, and hope we are all doing great. In our last video, we introduced our topic on mental health, where we defined what mental health is. We also looked at mental health conditions, where we measure on suicide as a mental health condition. We also discussed about risk factors for suicide, and we had a very good discussion on that. Today, we want to see at the management of a suicidal client. How do we engage them in discussion, and how do we ensure that we support them? To begin with, a client who is suicidal would really want a private atmosphere where they can share their thoughts. So you have to create a safe and a conducive environment where they can freely share the things that are happening in their life. Do not judge the person for being suicidal. Remember, this person has depleted all the resources that they have on the issue that they are going through. So the only avenue that they have is suicide. So do not judge them for being suicidal, but create an conducive environment where they can freely share what's happening in their life. Number two, offer to talk with the person alone, or if you request them to bring someone to help you hear the things that are happening to their life. Consult with them first so that they give you a person of their choice for that discussion to continue. After creating a conducive environment, use series of questions where any answer naturally leads to another question. For instance, start with the present. How do you feel about yourself? This will really help you to understand how the person feels. Then acknowledge the person's feeling by, for instance, telling that you look sad, you look upset. I want to ask you a few questions about it. Will you be comfortable for us to have a discussion? So when you acknowledge that this person is really, it's something that can be seen from outside, then they can willingly introduce you into their world so that you can support them. Another question which is very, very important is how do you see your future? What are your hopes for the future? Find out about the motivation of this client, about the future, and the things that they would wish to have in the future. And remember telling them that these plans and hopes that you have can only happen when you are alive. If you are dead, you are likely not to achieve these plans that you have for the future. You might tell the client that some people with similar problems have told me that they felt life was not worth living. Do you sometimes feel like not waking up in the morning? You wish you would have been dead at night? So these are questions that will really help you to understand what is the magnitude of the problem that the client might be having. Ask the client, do you feel like hurting yourself? Have you made any plans to end your life? Ask them what plans they are having maybe to end their life. If so, how do you plan to do it? It's very, very important to ask the client about this because a suicidal client might have thought of an exit way and on how to do it. So just ask them, how are you planning to do it so that you can fully support them. You can also ask them, do you have the means to end your life? And again, have you considered when to do it? In most instances, the clients that are suicidal might execute their suicidal plan either during the day when everyone has gone to work, or at night when they're alone. So find out when they're planning to do this, and they will tell you justification maybe when they are planning to do that. Then you can also ask this question like, have you had an attempt or suicide maybe in the past? Is it something that they have ever tried in the past that they are planning to execute maybe this time round? It will be very, very important to understand the mental condition of this client by knowing that they might have tried this in the past. So the other thing that you have to do as a provider, having known that the client has expressed suicidal idea, one is maintain your calm and a positive attitude. Ensure that you maintain your calm and a positive attitude. Number two, do not make any false promise to this client. Do not make any false promise to this client. In our next video, we will be discussing about how to handle a client that has attempted suicide. Stay tuned for more, and thank you.